Let's talk about a running or rolling takeoff. What's the difference? Well, if you don't have any wheels, you're doing a running takeoff. If you have wheels, you can do a rolling takeoff. Now, typically in a helicopter, we like to get into a hover and then depart. But there are certain circumstances where you might be forced to take off when you do not have enough power to hover. And you might say, what are those circumstances? I always tell my students that the only time you should actually be performing this maneuver is if there's some sort of life and death situation, because otherwise you're just doing this because you have very poor planning. Right? You went to a place that had a high density altitude and you don't have the performance to take off the normal way. So how does this work? It's actually pretty simple to do. What are you going to do is you are going to first align your helicopter with your path, and you're going to go up to maximum power. You're going to slowly increase that collective until it becomes at least light on the skids. And then you're going to move that cyclic just slightly forward. You don't want to get real crazy with it. And you want to apply a little bit collective if you have any left. And you're just going to start a forward motion. So you're on the ground. You bring in some power. You tilt it slightly forward. You're going to start scraping the skids down the runway or whatever surface you're on. And then you're going to kind of level it out while you're in ground effect. And then you will be able to take off as normal after that. So that's a running or rolling takeoff. You know, some common problems people have, they don't keep their heading aligned with their ground track, and they try to get airborne before they get to ETL. And that usually doesn't work. Also, if you get real crazy with that cyclic, or, you know, instead of leveling off once you get in the air, maybe they go a little bit too nose low. It is in your best interest to build up that speed in ground effect. And this way, it's sort of like a soft field takeoff in an airplane, where you want to get it up in the air and take advantage of ground effect and build up some speed and then climb out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and attempt a running takeoff using a ridiculously low power setting. I'm out here at the Mount Pocono Airport. Currently, the weather is not ideal. It's gusting to 27 knots, and we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to start by rolling up my throttle a little bit. Start giving it a little bit of forward pressure. We'll see how little power I can use and still get this takeoff to work. Go 15 inches, pushing forward, sliding forward, getting a little bit of speed, popping up into ground effects. And we're off. I'd say not bad. We managed to take off with only 15 inches of manifold pressure here at Mount Pocono today. So that is a running takeoff, or if you have wheels, it's called a rolling takeoff. And obviously that makes this a little bit easier.